Welcome to Biography with Plutarch, where we delve into the lives of extraordinary individuals to uncover the essence of their character and the experiences that shaped them. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Marlon Brando, a titan of the silver screen whose profound impact on the world of cinema continues to inspire and influence generations of actors and filmmakers. Born on April 3, 1924, in Omaha, Nebraska, Marlon Brando's early life was marked by a complex interplay of family dynamics, cultural influences, and personal struggles that would eventually forge his unique talent and persona. As we step into the world of young Marlon, we find ourselves in the midst of the American Midwest during the 1920s and 1930s. The Brando family, with their roots in English, Irish, and French ancestry, embodied a blend of traditional values and artistic inclinations. Marlon's father, Marlon Brando Sr., was a pesticide and chemical feed manufacturer whose strict and often distant demeanor would later influence Marlon's perceptions of authority and discipline. His mother, Dodie Pennebaker Brando, a former actress, brought a touch of the theatrical to their home, often regaling her children with stories of her time on stage and fostering in Marlon a love for performance. The family's early years were spent in a charming house on J Street in Omaha, where Marlon and his siblings would spend hours exploring the surrounding neighborhood and developing their imaginations. In 1926, when Marlon was just 2 years old, the family relocated to Santa Ana, California, where his father had taken a new job. This move marked the beginning of a period of relative stability for the Brandos, and it was during this time that Marlon began to develop a strong bond with his mother, who would become a profound influence on his early life. As we explore Marlon's childhood, we see a young boy who was both curious and sensitive, with a deep love for nature and the arts. He spent hours exploring the outdoors, collecting leaves and rocks, and watching the birds that flitted through the trees. His parents encouraged his creativity, providing him with paints, crayons, and other art supplies, which he would use to express himself in vivid and imaginative ways. The historical context of Marlon's early years was also significant in shaping his character and future path. The Great Depression, which began in 1929, had a profound impact on American society, and the Brando family was not immune to its effects. Though they were not impoverished, the economic uncertainty and instability of the time would have influenced Marlon's perceptions of security and stability. As he grew older, he would come to understand the value of hard work and perseverance, qualities that would serve him well in his future career. In 1935, when Marlon was 11 years old, the family relocated once again, this time to Libertyville, Illinois, where his father had taken a new job. It was here that Marlon began to develop a passion for acting, encouraged by his mother, who had been involved in local theater productions. He joined the school play, and soon discovered a talent for performing that would stay with him for the rest of his life. As we explore Marlon's early education, we see a young man who was both intelligent and restless, often struggling to find his place within the traditional academic framework. He attended Libertyville High School, where he excelled in English and drama, but struggled with other subjects. Despite these challenges, he persevered, driven by a growing desire to pursue a career in the arts. The seeds of Marlon's future success as an actor were sown in these formative years, as he developed a passion for performance, a strong work ethic, and a sense of determination that would carry him through the challenges of his career. As we step into the world of young adulthood, we find Marlon Brando in the midst of a transformative period, marked by his discovery of acting as a passion and a career. In 1943, at the age of 19, Marlon enrolled in the New School in New York City, where he began to study drama under the tutelage of Stella Adler, a renowned actress and teacher. It was during this time that Marlon became deeply immersed in the world of theater, attending performances on Broadway and off-Broadway, and learning from some of the most talented actors and directors of his generation. Marlon's early successes on stage were nothing short of phenomenal. In 1944, he made his Broadway debut in the play I Remember Mama, earning critical acclaim for his portrayal of Nels, a sensitive and introspective young man. This role marked the beginning of a long and storied career on the stage, with Marlon going on to appear in productions such as A Flag is Born and Truckline Cafe. His performances were characterized by a depth and nuance that belied his years, and he quickly established himself as one of the most promising young actors of his generation. As we explore Marlon's transition from stage to screen, we see an artist who was both eager to take on new challenges and deeply committed to his craft. Marlon's performance as Ken Wilczek, a former soldier paralyzed from the waist down, earned him critical acclaim and marked the beginning of a long and fruitful collaboration with some of the most talented directors in Hollywood. The 1950s were a period of incredible creativity and innovation for Marlon Brando, as he took on iconic roles in films such as A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather. His performance as Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire, directed by Elia Kazan, is widely regarded as one of the greatest performances in cinema history, with Marlon bringing a depth and complexity to the character that was both captivating and deeply unsettling. Similarly, his portrayal of Don Vito Corleone in The Godfather, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, cemented his status as a master of his craft, with Marlon imbuing the character with a sense of gravitas and authority that has become iconic in popular culture. Throughout his career, Marlon Brando was driven by a deep commitment to social justice and a desire to use his platform as an artist to raise awareness about important issues. He was an early supporter of the civil rights movement, attending rallies and donating to organizations such as the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. He also spoke out against the Vietnam War, using his voice to condemn the atrocities committed by American forces and to advocate for peace. As we step into the world of Marlon's later years, we find him navigating a complex web of personal struggles and triumphs. The 1970s were a period of significant change for Marlon, marked by his increasing disillusionment with the film industry and his growing commitment to social justice causes. In 1972, he famously declined the Academy Award for Best Actor for his iconic portrayal of Don Vito Corleone in The Godfather, citing his objections to the treatment of Native Americans in the film industry and the broader society. Marlon's decision to decline the Oscar was a powerful statement about the need for greater diversity and representation in Hollywood, and it sparked a national conversation about the role of artists in speaking out against social injustices. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Marlon continued to use his platform as an artist to raise awareness about important issues, including nuclear disarmament, environmental protection, and human rights. Despite his personal struggles with weight and health, Marlon remained a formidable presence on screen, taking on roles in films such as Apocalypse Now and A Dry White Season. His performance as Colonel Walter E. Kurtz in Apocalypse Now, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, is widely regarded as one of the greatest villainous roles in cinema history, with Marlon bringing a depth and complexity to the character that was both captivating and deeply unsettling. In his later years, Marlon also became increasingly focused on his personal life, including his relationships with his children and his efforts to preserve his health and well-being. He was a devoted father to his children, including Christian, Cheyenne, and Rebecca, and he worked tirelessly to provide for them and support their pursuits. He was a true pioneer in the world of acting, known for his fearless commitment to his craft and his unwavering dedication to social justice causes. His influence can be seen in generations of actors, directors, and filmmakers who have followed in his footsteps, including Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Daniel Day-Lewis. As Marlon himself once said, "The only thing an actor owes his public is not to bore them." Throughout his life and career, Marlon Brando remained true to this principle, consistently pushing the boundaries of his craft and challenging his audiences to think critically about the world around them. His legacy continues to inspire and influence new generations of artists and activists, and his impact on the world of cinema will be felt for years to come. That's all for today's biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.